That the coffee smells different. It definitely smells different, doesn't it? I've definitely been feeling nauseous these past few days. I mean, it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I've been living off of the leftover pizza in the fridge. My boobs are definitely more tender than usual. Okay, I've got my pre-period spotting like I usually do, but it might be implantation spotting. Hey guys, welcome back. So I am pretty excited to be talking to you about infertility. You know, this is a huge topic and so many of us are either working through it right now, kind of in silence, or feeling like, you know, we can't really talk about it in the most open way, that people kind of get awkward around us about it. And really, I guess I just want to make it feel like it's not something that we have to feel embarrassed about or that has to be an awkward topic. You know, it's a really natural part of many couples' lives. And I want to be able to just create a more positive conversation around it. That being said, today I want to talk about a very specific part about struggling to conceive, and that is the mental torture that is the last few days of your cycle. Currently, as we speak, I am in those last few days. I just feel like I lose total control of any work I've done to maintain this positive mindset, and I just feel like I can't get control of my mind again. So I decided to be extra mindful, pay extra attention, and try to see, you know, what's going on and how I can best support myself, and then how I can also bring some tips to you guys. Okay, so tip one. I think this one is so important. It is to actually just accept that the thoughts are there. I mean, what do we really expect? Like, we're in the prime anticipation moment of waiting to find out if our life is going to change into this huge different path that we've been waiting for so long to get to. We can't exactly expect ourselves just to be cool as a cucumber, no big deal. I really recognize that I'm not a robot. Like, I am a grown woman. I have many emotions, as Matt can attest to, I promise you that. And I can't, nor I should, just totally wipe that away from my life and who I am. So the thoughts are there, I'm acknowledging that they're there, and I'm okay with it. Now, step two. It is to not actually indulge these thoughts. All right, so this is what I've been working on, is that I acknowledge it, they're there, I take a deep breath, and I try to focus my attention elsewhere. And yes, the reality is, about 2 minutes later, I realize that the thoughts are right back around and in my head again. I do the same thing. I take a deep breath and I try to let them go. I try to focus my attention elsewhere. This is essentially a mindfulness practice, you know, bringing our attention back to the present moment and not staying hung up on all those thoughts going on in our head. And the more we do this practice, the easier it actually gets. Okay, so number three. So sometimes, you know, that's just not enough, and I feel like I need something more. So in those moments, I've noticed that what I do is I literally sing and shake them off. So what I think is actually happening is that all these thoughts that we have going on in our mind, you know, all of this anticipation is literally like this energy that's building up in us, and it makes us start to feel so anxious. And I think there's something about literally like shaking that energy off. This month, I don't know why, I've been singing, I'm everyday people, oh yeah. I don't know why. It's just the song that's been in my head, so I'm going with it. Living in Stockholm in apartments, you can kind of like see across from one apartment to the other. If anybody had looked over here over the past few days, they would definitely see a whole lot of dancing going on. Okay, number four, don't buy pregnancy tests. Just don't do it. I've heard from many of you that this is something that can really cause a bit of a cycle of anxiety and dread every single month. And you start testing every single day almost that it's sort of reasonable to even start doing that. Save your money. Don't build up that sort of like anxiety and dread cycle habit leading up to your period. All right, so tip number 5 is to practice meditation during this time. And I do think that meditation is really powerful for, helping to just create a bit more space and lightness in our mind, allowing it to be a little bit easier to separate ourselves from those thoughts and have a little bit more control over them, essentially. So I have been listening to fertility meditations on the Insight Timer app, but I've also created my own meditation, which is specifically for those last couple of days of the cycle when the feelings get really intense. So I will put the link to that meditation in the notes below. I'd love for you to check it out and let me know if you like it or if there's any types of meditations, visualizations that you would like me to create for you. Okay, so number 6 is hashtag move every day. So on Instagram, you will know that I recently had my hashtag move every day challenge. Moving is just such a great way to let that energy flow through us. And I am a big advocate of choosing the kind of movement that you actually enjoy and will do consistently, not just what you think you should be doing or what's going to be the highest impact. Or so for me, it's power walking. That's what I do most days. I feel like a bit of an old lady when I say that, but I just genuinely enjoy it. And it's super easy for me to put on my shoes and go head out of the house when I know I'm going for a power walk that always leaves me feeling good. Okay, finally, tip number 7, and that is to talk to others who can relate, especially during this time. I have 3 very special women in my life who are all going through their own journeys right now. And this past weekend, I got to have a long chat with each of them individually about, how we're feeling. And I really try to focus on, just having like an honest, frank chat, but also having a laugh about it. So if you have people like that in your life, then, that's an obvious go-to. But if you don't, there are a lot of communities online that are discussing this, and look for those communities and those conversations that you can have, as well as I'm always here as well. Well, you guys, those are my 7 tips for you. I really hope that they are helpful for you. And at the end of the day, just know that, all of these things that you're going through right now, they are just a part of this bigger, beautiful infertility story that you're going to have with you and you're going to carry with you into the next stage, into motherhood once you get there. So just know that all these things are shaping you into a stronger, more powerful person. On that note, I'm going to say goodbye for now, wishing you all a wonderful week. I will see you back here next week, and until then, sending you lots of love. Bye.